people clown on people that's living with their parents. Whole time you don't know what them people that's living with their parents is doing. One thing, I have a father that I'm blessed to have. I'm super grateful for him. He's allowing me to still live with him. A lot of people, they think, bro, I turned 18, I'm ready to get out of the crib. Bro, that was me. I was ready to dip with $200, bro. But I will say that during these times that you're with your parents, if you have a parent that's allowing you to stay and live with them, do it for as long as you can. And while you're doing it, have a plan and stack up your money. But don't just stack up to stack up. Stack up and have a plan while you're stacking up.
Bro, I'm feeling what she's saying. She's spot on. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Robert here. If you could live at home with your parents, what this young lady just presented to you is a cheat code for real. And what I like most about what she's saying is don't just stack to stack, but you got to have a plan of action. Why are you doing what it is that you're doing? And if the goal is to be able to leave and be self-sufficient, then you got to have a plan. Salute to you. I love what you're saying. And hopefully it resonates with folks that are in your cohort, because a lot of people have a negative connotation about living at home, and it's really a cheat code. I wish I had something like this when I was your age, because I'd have stayed my grown tail at home too, but with a plan. Got to have a plan, because if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Now, let's continue this video with some different opinions about folks that are living at home. And I want to hear from you guys. And this is what I want to know. How old, in your opinion, is too old to live at home? Is it 25? Is it 19? Is it 30? What say you? Get down in the comment section. Let us know the age, but then also give us a little context as to why you think that way, so that we all can learn, because that's the benefit of having a community. We're not all robots, right? We all have our own opinions. You know the rule though, just be respectful. Let go.
Living with your parent or parents is not for the weak when you're an adult. It's not. People tell me all the time, oh, you get to save money. Oh, you get to do this. Oh, you get to do that. I might have like extra money, just a little bit. But my mental health, child, my mental being here is trash.
Okay. We got a different opinion. She done went to the mental health. It must be stressful where she at. Here's a different side to living at home. And she looks older than the first young lady. But what say you guys? What type of environment do you think one should expect when living at home? My daughter still lives at home, and I think I surprised a lot of people in our family on how they thought I was going to be with her. And here's my rule. You act grown, I'm going to treat you grown. You feel me? And then if you get too far out the way around here, you got to move around. But as long as you act your age, I'm going to respect you. And I think that's what a lot of people get wrong, in my opinion. But that's me. I love my mama. You feel me? But I had to go because she was calling my name too much. I was like an indentured slave around that piece. And so I'm like, look at here, player. I'm going to holler at you. I'm leaving on the next plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. That's what I used to tell her, right? When you come see me, you're going to need some luggage. Because, you know, my mom was one of the mamas, you know, call you. And the remote control right there, I'm like, come on, bro. That's what you call me for? But anyway, love my mama, right? Just had to go. So maybe that's what this young lady is talking about. I don't know. You guys let me know of situations that could cause somebody to say, you know what? Yeah, living at home is a good look, but the circumstances in which I'm living in is messing with my mental health. Y'all get down and let me know. Let's see what the next video is talking about.
This is going to be an unpopular thought, and a lot of women aren't going to like this, but my adult kids can't live in my house for free. I just watched the video, and it's not usually the mothers. Oh yeah, come live with me. Yeah, and here's my problem. This is a rough economy. I live in a 6-bedroom house. I'm not going to have adults, my adult kids, because you see, what people forget is my job as a father is to teach my kids how they can survive without me once I'm gone. All right? And that's up to 18. That's my job, to teach them how they're going to survive. Like they could turn 18 and something could happen to me and I'm not here anymore. I need to know that they can survive on their own. Okay? So if I have a child who becomes an adult and he's not going off to college or anything and he needs to live in my house, that's perfectly fine. I have a 6-bedroom house right now that only me and my 12-year-old live in. An adult kid could move into my house. But understand, and I've had it done before, you're not going to move in my house, not help with the bills. It's as simple as that. I have to pay for water. I live in town, so I pay for water, electricity. I pay for internet. I have bills. And you moving in my house, I pay for food. So unless you're coming into my house helping with food, helping with the utilities, and then you're a drain on me. And my job was to get you out my house. But now that you're an adult, you want to stay in my house. And what a lot of them want, they want the same dynamic. They want, adult kids want their parents to treat them and take care of them like they're still kids. Now, if you have let's say you have a full-time job and you're bringing home $500 every 2 weeks. Why can't you give your parents $75 to help with your living expenses? Well, that's my question. You're still putting away another $425. And here's the thing. A lot of these kids, that money that they're saving, not paying $1,200 for rent, they should be putting away so that they can get a place later. But a lot of them, they don't. They'll come and live with your parents, live off their parents, not put money away, not be working towards the future because they figure mom and dad's just going to let them stay with them as long as they want to. Nope. I raised you so I can one day walk around my house in my underwear. Well, I can do what I want to do in my house. So if I got 6 kids, each one of them becomes 18 or adult at a different time. I still have a 12-year-old in my house. I work all my life to finally be able to have some time alone in my house. And now I have adult kids moving back in my house and they don't want to help. Now, I'm not saying have your kids move into your house and they're paying $400 a month for rent. And now they can't afford to move out of your house because they're putting so much money into your place to stay with you. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying screw your kids. I'm saying I got like, and don't get me wrong. I have adult kids now. I have 2 of them that are sophomores in college. When they come home, they don't have to pay rent because they're still in college. But I'm talking about the ones that aren't going to college, aren't doing shit. All they're doing is working, but they want to stay with mom and dad, have mom and dad fit 100% of the bills, be in my house. Then I ain't getting none, but then they want to bring their women into my house, get some, then complain about the food that's not in the refrigerator. And hey, you know what? If we put an extra bed, the bathroom upstairs, then my girlfriend wouldn't have to walk all the way downstairs to the one bathroom. Look, you're living here for free.
I had to stop, bruh, preach it. Church, bruh, I feel you. Church made a lot of great points. And this is what I would say. First of all, I had them kids. They didn't ask to be here. So to his point, the way I look at it, children are a blessing, right? And so I'm raising them in a certain way so that when they do go out into the world, there are productive citizens, the type of people that you would like to be around. Okay. Now, with that, in my mindset, you got men and women. I'm treating my daughter a little different than I treated my son. You may think otherwise. That's just how I got down. And she gets a little more runway as far as staying at home than my son does. And he's already out on his own. He's good, right? But that's just how I raised them. Now, with that being said, you have to create environments for them to be able to grow and learn. Now, my daughter, she's still with us, but she's going to be, Lord said the same, next year, moving into one of our homes. Okay. Now, when it comes to the rent thing, I feel them. Some of y'all out there line steppers, y'all taking advantage of your parents and you're not taking advantage of the opportunity like the first young lady was saying. I'll use my example. Went to my daughter and she's like, okay, Dad, I'm ready to go. And by the next year, I'm like, this is what it looks like to live. Now you need to start giving me that money every month so that you're prepared. Now, we're not stealing from her. We're setting her up because, again, we got some place for her to go. Now, if you don't have a place for your child to go, i.e. a house to go to, well, then, like he's saying, shouldn't be no $400 a month, right? Something that contributes for the food and things of that nature, okay? And something that shows a little responsibility and, more importantly, to help out around the house. Got to have a clean house. I don't like dirt at all. If it's a male staying with you, the yard should be Trump tight. That's just me, because you're doing them an injustice, in my opinion. So the monies that we're putting to the side, we have a plan for it so that when she does go, you feel what I'm saying? She's prepared, but we've prepared a place for her to go. So don't steal from your kids. And it's cyclical, right? I look at my mom. She's older now. She took care of me. She did the best that she could do. Now that she's older, I'm stronger. We got to do the best that we could do to look out for her, right? But also as parents, we got to handle our business. And this is where a lot of people mess up. Everybody's about generational wealth where you're still living. And if you don't handle your business, you're going to become a burden on the next generation. And that ain't fair either, right? So it's a balance. Everybody got to pull their weight. Some of these kids talking about, well, I didn't ask to be born, but you born, bruh. You here and you enjoying yourself. And everything in life has a responsibility. So if you do it the right way, in my opinion, it's a circle, right? And no, they shouldn't have to take care of you. But when you need some help, they can help because you've created those type of people, as he's saying, that aren't just leeches, but they're productive members, and you look out for your people. So shout out to you, bruh. I feel you. He passionate about that thing. What do you agree or disagree about what he or I said? I'm always willing to learn. You might have something new, a new wrinkle you could throw in, because I'm not in that stage no more. We're about to be out of that stage, but there's some folks that have younger kids and coming up, and I think a lot of this type of information is missing in the atmosphere. So feel free to do so. Don't attack anybody personally, and don't just complain, but leave a solution. I think you in advance, and the community does as well. Let's look at one more.
You continued to live with your parents up until well after you could afford to move out on your own and have your own house.
This is true.
Why?
I mean, because I love my parents. I love them. And made for a lot of funny moments, a lot of great stories.
Like?
Y'all ain't got enough time. We ain't got enough time. I'm a night owl, like just things, They go to sleep early. Insert moment here.
I wanted to end that on a positive note with a celebrity. A lot of you guys, like to hear from celebrities. And so this cat was able to stay at home. And the reason I put that up, especially for my young men out there, is here's the deal, man. You got to learn how to humble yourself. And the first thing that he said, and that stuck with my mind, he's got a great relationship with his parents. So the 5th commandment, honor your father and mother, and your days will be long. They'll be good, right? I'm paraphrasing. And so that's what I adhere to, and that's what I've experienced in my life. And that's what I could just see with him and his smile and his demeanor when he's talking about his family or his parents and being able to stay at home. Humility is a great superpower that a lot of us need to continue to work on, right? And when you humble yourself, great things will happen. And so I'm sure his parents are blessed. They look like they've created a great person to be out here amongst us. So shout out to his parents, and shout out to all of you that are doing the same thing. In my opinion, a lot of us, especially in our community, we get out too soon, and this causes a lot of the financial, social, a lot of the hardships that we're dealing with is a result of that. So we need to flip the script. We need to find a happy balance, because that's life, right? We don't need to be on the left or the right as far as extremes, but we got to find that happy medium and do the things that we need to do so that when it's the right time, your kids leave, right? It's all about timing. If it's your time to get onto the housing ladder and you have some kiddos and you've heard what I said and it's resonating with you, you said, you know what, Robert, now's the time. I would love to have a conversation with you. First 15 minutes is free. It's on me. You can get on the calendar by clicking the link in the description or the top pinned comment of this video. Let me hear what it is that you want to achieve as far as getting onto the housing ladder, and if there's a fit, we can move forward. For the rest of you guys, continue educating yourself. If you're not ready to make that step, watch these videos here. And as I always say, guys, let's be good to one another. Let grace abound. And until the next video, indeed, y'all stay blessed.